welcome to my channel. My name's Nicole and here on Wee Mama I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational videos. So if you like that kind of content, I would love it if you could stick around and maybe consider subscribing. Today's video is going to be my little girl Nina's 6-month update. Oh god, where has that time gone? It's just, I know I say that all the time, but one minute, because we're in lockdown, it just feels like the weeks and days are dragging at a snail pace. And then other times, like now, like 6 months, where has that time gone? I feel like I've just had a C-section. It's crazy. But yes, my beautiful little Nina, she is 6 months old today. She is half a year old already. She is so beautiful. She is so unlike her brother in different ways. We can't help it, but we always kind of compare them both, like what they were doing, like how different they are from each other. I definitely think she sways more to my husband's side of the family, and my little boy Didier definitely is more of my side of the family in looks, and Nina is, yes, definitely more of her father's side. She is almost fully bottle fed. I still breastfeed her every now and then in the night. She doesn't tend to sleep as well if she's breastfed. If she's had a bottle to fill her up, she will sleep through a bit longer. My mum very kindly gave us the Tommy Tippy Perfect Prep bottle maker, and it has been a game changer in bottle feeding. So yes, we have actually loved the transition. I got very emotional at first. It was quite sad, I think, because I got to 5 months of breastfeeding when my husband couldn't wait to start bottle feeding. He kept asking me, you know, like, are we going to start bottle feeding her now? Because I always said that as soon as she got teeth, I was going to stop breastfeeding. But her teeth came and I still hadn't started weaning, but he was very excited to bottle feed her, but it was quite emotional. I didn't quite expect it to be that emotional. Now over it, I'm fine, I've had my wobble, but yes, I'm very proud that we made like 6 months of breastfeeding. And yes, the bottle machine has been a game changer. It's great. We have decided that we're going to start weaning her at the end of this month, so when she's almost 7 months old. We weaned my little boy Didier at around 5 months because he was so ready for it. As soon as he saw you eating, he would just be sat in his chair shouting at us. He would not leave us alone, whereas Nina has not shown any of that interest, so we just thought we'd carry on bottle feeding. And we've just started to notice now that she'll like latch onto you. If she sees you eating, she will follow you. And she's only just started to get a bit restless. If she can see you eating, she wants to know what you're eating as well. So yes, we are going to start weaning the end of this month, which I'm very excited about because I love weaning. I really enjoyed weaning my little boy, so I cannot wait for this weaning journey. I am going to film it all and I'm going to do a weaning video. Can't wait. She is getting really good at sitting up. I put this down to taking away her baby chair. We have one of those like sit down chairs which has a little belt and they can like sit down in, and it's quite reclined, and I decided to put that away because she just wanted to lean forward and I was a bit concerned that she might lean forward a bit too much and fall out. We took that away and we just kind of sit her in her little donut or her jumperoo, where she's just got a bit more of an upright posture. And I definitely have seen a difference in the way that she does sit up after just a few weeks. She's now sitting up a bit straighter, she can hold her balance for a little bit longer, but if I put her on her play mat and with no support and sit her upright, she does instantly flop down, so she's not quite there yet. But she's definitely sitting up for longer periods in her little donut ring, and because they've got the size there, she'll happily sit up in her donut. She is now sitting up in the pram as well. We took away the bassinet quite a while ago because she did not want to be lying down, so I put her in the bigger seat. I didn't have it sitting upright. It was almost lying flat, but it was lifted just a little bit so she could see out. She was very happy with that, but now we've just slowly started to lift her up a bit more, because when we go on our walks she doesn't always fall asleep straight away anymore. She likes to see what's going on, and she'll have a little snooze later on where I do recline it again. But yes, she has loved sitting up and being able to see everyone, see her brother. She's very much enjoyed sitting up in the pram. I think I mentioned in my last update that she is starting to roll over. She doesn't do it very often, even though we know she can do it, because now she's quite fast. She will just flip over. And she likes to lounge on her side and play with her toys. But yes, she will move about quite a bit. You'll put her in one place, and then by the time you look up again, she's like on her side in the complete other direction. She loves to, you know, lie back and have both of her toes in both hands, and she loves to chomp on them. It's the best game. She is definitely growing bigger. I've seen a huge like growth spurt in her since she has been put on formula. She is in 3 to 6 months still. They were a little bit bigger and baggy on her, but now they seem to fit her perfectly, and it's really strange because they are so big, and then I'm just like, you know, that's not going to fit my little baby, and they fit perfectly, and then I need to have a little word with myself and remember that she's not a 5-pound baby anymore. She is a little chunk, a little 6-month-old chunk. As I mentioned before, she has got 2 bottom teeth, and she hasn't got any more yet, but she's still chomping on everything like crazy. She loves chewing on her hands. Anything that comes into contact, she's chewing on it. I think that in a month's time she will get her to top teeth. We just use Ambisol to rub on her gums, and that seems to calm her down a lot. She absolutely loves all her playstations, as I call them. We've got a big like soft mat for her to play on, which is like her baby gym. We put her baby gym on top of it. She's got her donut ring and this jumperoo, and she loves being in all 3 of these. We just like rotate her around them when she's not being held, and she loves them. I think she really loves to get a different point of view of everyone. She likes all her ducks in a row, does Nina, and she likes to make sure that all her family is in the same room. She gets a bit antsy I think probably because of lockdown, if not all of us are in the same room at the same time. So yes, she loves to be in the jumperoo where she can be like a little meerkat and keep an eye on everyone. On these different playstations, we give her a multitude of toys. She has so many baby toys, like teethers, things like that. Particularly loves matchstick monkeys. My mum bought a little blue one for my little boy Didier, and he really didn't show that much interest in teething toys and other like baby toys. He just wasn't really that interested. I think it's because he was always interested in food. But Nina goes to town on her toys. Of course, we've just had Christmas, and she's had a lot of like balls, teethers, rattles, things like that, and she loves them. But she particularly loves the matchstick monkeys because they are soft and chewy. Some of the teethers that we've got, mostly that we bought her for Christmas, were quite hard. So the matchstick monkeys are perfect for her, so much so that I mentioned it to my mum, and my mum very kindly bought her 2 more like 3D ones. So we've now got a pink, a yellow and a blue one, and Nina loves these. She loves holding onto them, chewing them. They are in all angles of her mouth, and she loves these. She goes to town on them. So she likes to have these in her jumperoo or on the playmat, and she's very good at now reaching out. If she wants something, she will kind of like reach out and grab it. Before, you know, her hands obviously weren't as coordinated, and she would just like kind of stick her hand out, but now she's fully going out and grabbing what she wants. She is such a happy, beautiful little girl. She gets very excited and she's so smiley. Like, she'll have a big smile on her face if someone talks to her, if she sees her brother. You know, we play with her, we'll throw her about and tickle her tummy. And she's really funny because she wants to laugh, but she doesn't always laugh. Like, she'll just sit there like and it's almost as though she's so excited that she can't get the laugh out. She only tends to really giggle when she's being tickled, and even then like go for it and like tickle it, and she'll really have a chuckle, and then she'll stop, and when you go again to try and do it again, she's like, no, I've had enough now. So she's quite tricky in trying to get her to laugh. So yeah, she's quite tricky to really make her chuckle, but she does laugh. She does have a little giggle every now and then. But yeah, she loves to be tickled. She loves having raspberries blown on her belly, being tickled and being tossed in the air. I think you'll usually get a little giggle out of her there. She still sleeps next to me in her snooze pod in a sleeping bag. Sometimes she does end up in our bed. Usually when she wakes up for a feed, if I am a bit too groggy to, you know, slap my husband for a bottle, I just pull her into me and I breastfeed her, and sometimes she does fall asleep and I fall asleep, and I don't like doing this. Co-sleeping actually really terrifies me. So what I do is I like to set a reminder on my watch, like a timer for like 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes it like vibrates and wakes me up, and then I can put her back in her bed. So that's kind of working for us at the moment, but I have noticed that since she's been bottle fed, if we bottle feed her, we tend to put her down at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then she will wake again at 11, and then she doesn't really tend to wake up until 3 o'clock and 5. So she has like a good long sleep when she has a bottle, because obviously she's like she's quite full. But when I breastfeed her, it's obviously not enough anymore, and I am getting woken up quite a few times in the night. So I think I need to quite persist with it and just start my husband to wake up and make a bottle. She has a really good routine in the day. We tend to put her down to nap at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So all the odd hours, and this is a really good routine for her. It's not always smack bang on time. Sometimes it's like 20 minutes before, sometimes it's half an hour after, but as long as it's in that hour time range, we get a really good day with it. Sometimes this, you know, this doesn't always happen. Sometimes we'll go for a walk and she will sleep. You know, if we've been outside, she'll probably sleep from 9 till 12, and then of course she doesn't really have a 3 o'clock nap, so sometimes that can mash up the day a bit and make it interesting. But generally it is a good routine for her to be in at the moment. I don't breastfeed her in the day anymore. Sometimes I will around like just before our tea time, just to top her up before going for that long stretch, because we give her her bottle at around 6:30, 7 o'clock to put her down for the night. So obviously I don't want to give her a full bottle, you know, around 4 or 5 o'clock. So I do tend to top her up with a breastfeed then. But aside from having the odd breastfeed throughout the night, she doesn't really breastfeed anymore. She is getting so chunky. She's got beautiful, thick, chunky thighs. She is just so like her dad in looks and attitude. She's getting little tufts of hair, like you can see that on top of her head. It's definitely starting to get a little bit thicker, which is can't wait for. And at the moment she's just going through a phase where she's got a bit of dry skin. I never had that with my little boy. We think it's because we've had a new bar of soap in the bath that he's obsessed with lathering up. So we've taken that away, and I have also added in some moisturising lotion, which very helpfully you can't see. But this isn't a baby one, this is one that I've bought. It's like a skin relief one, and it helps heal very dry skin. I think this one was just cheaper. I think this was £4 and the baby one was £8, and it's essentially the same thing. I've already noticed that in the space of like a week or two, this has really calmed down the dry patches. I noticed that it was spreading from the crease of her elbow, just in some patches down her arm, and in the creases of her legs as well. So I've noticed that it's going down now, and I think it's definitely because of this, because we're not using the soap anymore. So there we are, that is my little Nina's 6-month update. Not get emotional, my little baby. Where does that time go? I really hope that you do like this video. If you did, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up. Please leave any comments down below, and please consider subscribing. It would really help support my little channel. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!